What is the cost of replacing roofing? Asterisk. What is the cost of replacing roofing? Asterisk. The cost of replacing roofing depends on several factors. One of the most important is the price of the materials you will use. You also need to take into account the renovation team's fee. The amount will depend on factors such as the difficulty and extent of the work. Find out how to calculate the actual cost of replacing your roofing in 2023. Removing the old roofing. How do I go about it? Before new roofing can be installed, the old roof must be removed, which entails certain costs. Prices for such services vary widely, and the following factors will influence the final total. Type of roofing, the size of the roof area, the cost of removing and disposing of the old roofing, the rate of the renovation team. By far, the cheapest option is to remove the tile or sheet roofing. You will save a lot in the latter case since sheet roofing can be sent for scrap. In the case of metal sheeting, classic roof tiles, or even roofing felt, the cost of dismantling per 1 square meter of the surface area ranges from PLN 5 to 25. However, the cost of renting at least one dumpster, around PLN 700 to 1000, must be considered when dismantling a roof felt. The location and experience of the professionals also have a major impact on the price of the service. The highest rates are usually found in large provincial cities. The more specialized the team, the higher the price, but it's not worth saving too much in this respect. Proper dismantling will save you from additional repair costs in the future. You will pay by far the most to remove cement asbestos roofing. This material, which harms human health, is no longer used for roofing, but can still be found on older buildings. You need a company that has a special authorization to remove the Ethernet. The price of such a service is usually between PLN 30 and PLN 50 per M superscript 2. It is worth knowing that some municipalities offer funding to remove this obsolete covering. You should therefore contact your local authorities before starting the work. This will save you a considerable amount of money. Do I have to report the replacement of the roofing? According to building regulations, replacing the roofing is considered a renovation. This is also the case if you decide to use different materials from those originally used. If you want to replace the roofing on a detached building whose area of influence is entirely within the plot, you do not have to declare it anywhere. Such buildings include detached houses. Remember, however, that the distance from the neighboring property line must be at least 3 meters if no windows or doors are in the wall facing the boundary. In contrast, the minimum distance for walls with windows and doors is 4 m. However, if the property is located right next to the property boundary, you must notify the municipal or district office of the renovation. This situation applies, for example, to apartment blocks and semi-detached houses. In addition, historic buildings and buildings located in an area on the Register of Monuments require notification of renovation work. Estimated cost of roofing materials. Next to labor, the price of new materials is the highest cost associated with roofing replacement. There are many options on the market, the most popular of which include the following: sheet roofing, cement roofing tiles, ceramic roofing tiles, trapezoidal sheet metal, bituminous felt. Cement tiles are currently the cheapest roofing material. Their price per 1 square meter varies between about PLN 30 and 40. Although this type of roofing can withstand frost and damage quite well, cement does not absorb protective coatings well, which leads to rapid wear of the material. In addition, cement tiles offer poor ventilation and air circulation and are also prone to fading. If you opt for sheet roofing, you have to reckon with slightly higher, but still affordable costs. In this case, the price depends on the material's design, dimensions, and color. In the case of a pitched roof, the cheapest option is modular sheet roofing, which is sold in sheets of a specific size. Modular sheet roofing tiles can minimize waste by around 30%. This material saves on installation as the installer does not have to fold open all the tiles and fit them together, significantly reducing labor time. For the simplest modular sheet roofing, you pay around PLN 40 to 60 per 1 square meter. However, for decorative, showy, custom-ordered sheet roofing, you should expect to pay more than PLN 80 per 1 square meter. Tin roofing costs around PLN 50 to 60 per 1 square meter. This solution is most often used in industrial and domestic buildings, garages, and gazebos. One of the most expensive roofing materials is certainly ceramic tile. This classic and elegant option requires constant maintenance and costs at least PLN 70 per 1 square meter of material. Most ceramic tiles, however, are more expensive, costing between PLN 80 and 100 per 1 square meter or even more. How do you calculate the cost of replacing roofing? When calculating the cost of replacing roofing, consider the roof's metric area, as the cost of materials and labor usually applies per 1 square meter. If the roof is 100 square meters, each value should be multiplied by 100. For example, if you decide on sheet roofing with a price of PLN 40 per 1 square meter, you will spend PLN 4,000 on materials alone. In addition to dismantling the old roofing, buying new materials, and paying professionals, you also need to consider the costs associated with the shape of the slope. Replacing a multi-yipped roof covering will be considerably more expensive than a gable roof. Complex structures require more labor and materials of unusual shapes and sizes. If there are roof windows, skylights, or other decorative elements, the cost of replacing the roofing is also higher. The average installation cost of popular metal sheets is around PLN 15 to 30 per 1 square meter. Remember, however, that these values are constantly changing and are closely linked to the economic situation, inflation, or average earnings in a given region. When you decide to replace your roofing, choose durable, high-quality materials and proven professionals. If you go for the cheapest solutions, you will have to deal with many repairs in the future. The final cost is likely to exceed the initial cost of replacing your roofing. Asterisk, the article is dated January 2023, and prices quoted in the article may have changed. In this episode, that's all for now. We invite you to subscribe to our channel and visit our website.